Okay, so the question you have to ask yourself is, should we really be investing in the stock market or not? And should it be for the average Joe, or is this something that's kind of dangerous? Or are you just a gambler? So I was on Netflix, and something that caught my attention was this documentary called Eat the Rich. It's this 3-episode documentary. Recommend anybody to go and watch it yourself. Now, here's a warning. There are some spoilers here. I am going to share some of the aspects or some of the videos, even from the 3rd of 3 episodes. So just be warned, if you don't like spoilers, sorry. But the overall premise of this movie is really about GameStop. All the people that made a ton of money or didn't make a lot of money with GameStop. If you remember in 2021, GameStop, the stock just took off. It just skyrocketed, and then it came crashing down. So the question is, what was the real purpose behind that? Was there a reason? And how does that really affect you? Is that something you want to be involved in? And so I want to kind of dive in here. I'm going to start into the 2nd episode specifically because there's a variety of stories here. Okay, so starting off here in this particular episode, there's various people they've interviewed, people that actually put their money into GameStop. You've got some influencers here. You'll see that there's 3 social media influencers that are part of it. You'll see this one guy that is literally a gambler. He actually stopped making money in Vegas after 2020, so he decided to go invest in stocks with Robinhood. And then you got other people, just average Joes. I really want you to pay attention to their perspectives and what they're thinking. Are they thinking like investors, or are they thinking like gamblers?
And there was like this hype around it, and I was getting kind of hyphy, like a little too
Hyphy? I don't know what that means, but I guess he means hypey. That's a new word I gotta look up in the dictionary.
much.
Too much.
What
I was
is
very
going
scared.
on? Yeah.
It was a scary time.
When you're winning a lot at the casino,
This is the gambler
you get
guy.
a feeling of invincibility. That's what I had.
It is a total game that's played. The retail people just decided to go ahead and play it a little different.
In 30 seconds, the price would change by $20, $30.
The activity levels are absolutely extraordinary.
No one had ever modeled for a wave of retail buying that didn't care about value, fundamentals, or price.
There is a hole in the system that we immediately have to stop.
I woke up and then within an hour or so, I was making like 50 grand.
This is uncharted territory. History's first manned flight to the vicinity of another celestial body.
It's become a
So notice 6:35 a.m. It's already gone up several $100s, and it has not even, the market hasn't even opened yet. This is all pre-market stuff going on. And notice what they're saying too. When a guy talked about being a gambler, how that feeling of invincibility comes in, right? Again, you notice there's some dangerous signs here where people are watching it go up, and they don't know what to do. They just watch it in awe.
Ponzi scheme that has gotten more than a bit out of control.
We like the stock. We like the stock. I wake up and saw 90,000 on my portfolio. My eyes were about to fall out because I've never seen that much lump sum of money.
Right there. If you noticed, this is a woman that's amateur, just started buying it. And she's like, I've never seen this much money before. Anytime I hear that from anyone, and I'm not trying to pick on her too much, but she represents, I think, much bigger population. Anytime I hear that from anybody, those are the people that immediately will lose money, right? So I'm just predicting right now, this woman's going to lose money.
All at once in front of me.
It was up to like 650,000.
GameStop should not be at 400, and people should sell.
Now, the whole reason that everybody's saying they should sell and they shouldn't be going up is because they're these people all on like Reddit, all these social media people were going out and they're basically buying the stock to stick it to Wall Street. There is no reason to buy the stock. There is nothing behind it to make the stock want to go up. In fact, GameStop was actually in financial trouble. They were doing horribly, but all these people kept buying into the stock, driving the price up.
This continues this morning in a crazy way.
50 grand in at GameStop at this price. I don't give a if I lose it.
Once it becomes irrational, you get out.
The retail investor who's jumping in on this short squeeze about to get burned.
It was just skyrocketing. I'll do 100 grand.
Gambler.
Houston, we have a problem.
That morning, I got on Robinhood. I was going to put another like 5 or 6 grand in. And I was like, wait a minute, where's the buy button?
We're seeing reports that Robinhood is restricting purchases of some of these stocks, including GameStop.
Robinhood got rid of the buy button. Like, you couldn't buy it. You could sell it, but you couldn't buy it. And everybody's like, what's going on?
Right there. So now it's not only about the stock, but now it's about the trading platform, Robinhood. Now you can't buy it anymore. You can't do anything, right? So people are stuck. They can only sell the stock. They can't buy it. What do you think is going to happen as a result if people all of a sudden realize they can't keep buying more? Not to mention, here's a problem. People keep trying to throw in more money. It's not even only been a few hours, and people are saying, let's just throw more money and look at it skyrocket. I'm going to make money. The two things that drive up a stock market is fear and greed, both of which should never be in the place if you're going to try to be a stock trader.
If you can't buy anymore, the price isn't going to go up. It's only going to go down. Everybody started freaking out.
At that time, I was getting bombarded by messages. Should I sell? Yeah, I was like, I have no clue.
This seems so wildly illegal.
Okay, so say I want to search GameStop. They straight up took it out of the search bar.
Them delisting GameStop is just the most blatant market manipulation shit I've ever seen.
$126 by 11 a.m.
GameStop was a majority of my portfolio. And then it just went straight down and I didn't even have time to react. It felt like a scam, right? I was livid.
People will never get that moment back. That was the most vulnerable time for this squeeze to happen. There's something bigger here. There's something bigger that a lot of people are still trying to wrap their heads around.
I know there's a story that it was retail versus hedge funds, but we don't know who was doing what.
We have a lot of information about who lost money, but we don't have as much information, I think, about who was trading when, who gained by pumping up GameStop.
Who's the puppet master in all this? There's something bigger going on here, in my opinion.
Surprise! GameStop's up about 5x from when I uploaded those videos over the summer. So right now I need to step away from streaming, spend some time with my family for a bit. I'll be back. I just don't know when. I'm kind of unplugging completely. Again, thank you to everybody. I hope you've had a fun time and I'll see you around.
Wonder what's going on there, huh? I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to ruin the entire series for you. Here's the thing I want to focus on with this. Again, it goes up within hours and then comes crashing down in just a few hours later. Literally, if you guys decided to actually go to work that day, didn't even realize you made and lost money all within the same day. This is my problem with stocks. Remember, this is a guy who used to be a stock trader. I used to trade stocks and options, taught others how to do the same. And even then, one of the basic rules we always taught is never, ever, ever, ever trade on a hot tip. And always, especially if you see something crazy like this, take your profits and run. These people did not do that. These people were just amateurs that were trying to drive up the stock to stick it back to the hedge funds. And guess what? It got stuck right back to them again. This is my problem, right? This is my problem with trying to gamble and bet your way in the stock market. And it's not the stock that's the problem. It's the person that's investing is the problem. Sorry to say it, if you're that person, you're the problem. Because if you believe that you have to get lucky, that you're just going to feel good about something and try it out, you're going to lose. You're never going to see real wealth. It'll be here today, gone tomorrow. Or in these people's case, here this morning, gone by later that morning. Okay, so now we're going to go into exactly what's going on with this, and especially why do people get suckered in?
They have designed their user interface in a way that taps into some of these psychological blind spots to make people trade more.
We employ data scientists, user researchers, and designers to provide a better customer experience.
The little gaming type way that they have it set up too is like a little manipulative.
Even Crispy sees it.
Behind the scenes are behavioral researchers who have spent a heck of a lot of time studying how to manipulate folks' behavior online.
People definitely get addicted to this and they can't sleep at night. They're thinking about their investments. They can't wait to log on in the morning.
That's what my friends tell me, like, you're gambling with stocks, but you don't gamble. You don't know how to gamble. I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how.
Bingo. She doesn't know how to gamble, but she's doing it, right? Here's the thing I want to emphasize with this. This is Robinhood. Anytime we had people come to us saying, oh, I have a Robinhood trading account, I would say, okay, all right, we got to have to do some education here to help them get past this. And there's nothing wrong with having like a Robinhood account or whatever trading account you want to use. If you want to have play money, just understand, you got to be willing to lose it all, right? You got to be willing to possibly lose everything if you're going to do that. And if you're going to do that, it better be a small piece of your money, not everything that you have, not banking literally on your whole livelihood on whether this works or not. You never want to be in that place. And so whenever I hear people say they have a Robinhood account, I usually think, okay, there might be amateurs at this. We got to make sure we educate them a little bit more to make sure they hold on to money and not just become gamblers with their money. All right, so let's talk about what happened. I'm going to share some of the results of what happened, but I really want you to pay attention to what they're saying. Again, the mindset of these people is more important than just what are the results that they got.
Not everyone was that lucky, however.
I put $500,000 on GameStop. It didn't work out. And then this is...
I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing
when
at
I really started spiking. Hits 848. And then from then on,
So he goes from almost from a half million almost to $1 million, and then watch.
it was like $5. Buy us a Happy Meal.
Buddy, what's his name? Crispy. I will buy you that Happy Meal. Just so you know, if you watch this video, I will buy you a Happy Meal so that you just double your money on GameStop right there. Congratulations. And he sold his house, guys. He lost his house.
GameStop is back at it again. Shares skyrocketed more than 100% on Wednesday.
Meme stock mania is back.
As far as like my future endeavors, I bought like 1,000 GameStop shares. I'm not scared to go broke. None of us are giving up.
I bought it at $263 per share. So I was down. I asked my husband, I was like, it's either we walk away now, I just take my loss and just forget about it, or put more money in and average down, and hopefully it'll go up to a couple more bucks, and let's just get out and just break even.
Here's the results. So she lost half her money, and her strategy is to stop the bleeding. Notice what she said. She's like, either we get out now and just cut our losses off, which by the way, is actually a good trading rule if you're a stock trader, or she takes the latter strategy, which is, well, hey, honey, I know we just lost money, but we should put more money in. We can dollar cost average. You hear people talking about dollar cost averaging. Just buy it when it's low because it's on sale. Just put more money in. Strategy does not work, guys. That's exactly how people get suckered in. I want to focus on that mentality, especially because anytime the stock market in general goes down, this is exactly how people cope with it. They say, you know what? It's going down. And then they listen to that financial advisor who's paid to get you to buy more crap. The financial advisor says, oh, it's going down. It's on sale. Buy more. Well, guess what? Buy more doesn't necessarily work, guys. It doesn't. Because if you're buying more and it just keeps going down, it's like, let's just keep throwing more money down the toilet. Ooh. That's what happens. Like, it's gone completely. This is something that happens every time. Human psychology does not like to lose. Therefore, you do dumb things to avoid losing, but your result is more losing. You get my drift here? Like, this is why people never really become wealthy, because they think like gamblers. They let these emotions take over and then they do dumb things. Not to mention, stock market is not the place to become wealthy. How do I know? Because there's people that train people how to trade in the stock market that then come to us to teach them how to create passive income with things like real estate, and other types of investments that are safer, have real value behind them, not like a stock that could have potentially zero value behind it, especially some company like GameStop that was almost broke. And they did this with other companies like Bed Bath & Beyond, which is also pretty much going bankrupt. They did this also with AMC, the movie theater. They actually helped them avoid bankruptcy by buying more in because they thought this is just fun, invest them, keep them alive. But the numbers don't really support it. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, this is a crazy world. And ultimately, you'll find out from this documentary, when you watch it, you'll find out that there were bigger players affecting the stock price. And that's why all these people lost money. Remember, house always wins, and you're not the house. If anything, if you're like good old Crispy there, you lose the house, right? And by losing to the house, you lose your house too. Don't play that game, guys. Avoid the stock market, especially if you're going to be like these people and make these kind of excuses. It's not the place to be. You should be in places that have real assets, places where you can actually control the outcome, places where you actually can really have stable, predictable returns. And it's not here, guys. It's not in the stock market. So I invite you to watch this documentary because it's just so useful to learn when you look at it from a bigger picture. Not just about the whole story about GameStop, but about these people. It's about individuals. Some of these people actually made money because they got in early. But again, they did nothing. They had zero skill to help them make money in the stock. Just like the people that lost money in stock also had zero skill. They had no control. They were literally just either lucky or unlucky. Do you want your finances? Do you want your whole prosperity based on luck? Or do you want to actually take control of it? Do you want to actually have control of your own fate? Change your future, change your stars, so to speak, right? You can actually create your own future having real, stable, predictable results. That's my lesson to you guys today is do not get caught up in the frenzies and the pride and the fear and the greed and everything else. Don't get caught up in that. Focus on what actually works. You can always learn more from us at moneyripples.com. If you thought this video was great, like and subscribe to our channel. Learn more, get deeper into this to find out how you can actually create real passive income now without having to gamble away your money. Check it out, guys.